Hello and welcome to Pullora, the DevOps intelligence platform for Azure DevOps teams. For this demo, I'm using sample data, but in production, Pullora is built to handle thousands of pull requests and work items across many projects. So if you manage multiple projects, review lots of pull requests, and need better visibility across teams, Pullora gives you one consolidated view with real-time analytics, automated alerts, and optional AI-assisted code reviews. It is useful for technical leads who need faster, higher quality reviews, and for project managers who want clear KPIs, bottleneck detection, and predictable delivery. In this demo, I will work through every main area of the platform so you can see exactly how it works from setup to daily usage. So first thing, let's log in. Here is the project selector. This is the first screen after login. It lists all connected Azure DevOps projects and shows summary metrics like active pull request. This is the fastest way to jump between projects without losing context. But let's first see the Settings tab. Settings is where Pullora is configured. This is a critical page for administrators. In the first tab, the Projects tab, you can edit or disconnect projects, update the personal access token, and trigger manual sync. This is also where you can manage which repositories are monitored. If you want to connect a new project, you simply click the Connect Project. You will give the Azure DevOps organization name and the personal access token path. That's it. The next tab is Team Members. Here you can add and manage users for each project. The first registered user, keep in mind that is the system owner. So owner and admins can manage settings, members, etc. Reader members can use the platform but cannot change global settings. In practice, members have read-only access to most sections. Some administrative buttons are hidden for them, such as manual AI analysis, project management actions, and configuration changes. This keeps day-to-day usage safe while allowing leaders to control system-level settings. If you want to add a new member, you simply need to click Add Member button, give an email, name, a password, the role, which can be viewer or admin, select the project, and that's it. Next tab is notification. So basically, Pullora can send multiple notifications, including ready to merge pull requests, forgotten pull requests, and automatic AI analysis reviews. These notifications are useful and keep reviewers and managers informed without having to manually check Azure DevOps across every repository or wait for someone to announce a new pull request. All of these behaviors are configured here. For example, the automatic sync interval, which controls how often Pullora syncs pull requests and work items. Changes apply automatically. You can change the minutes. For example, if you want every hour, you can simply put 60 minutes and that's it. Then we have the pull request notification. Email notification for forgotten pull request and ready to merge. Send notification every day at whatever hour you want. The PR notification will be sent by email, in fact, okay? So then we have also the forgotten PRs, notify about PRs without activity. The day threshold for PRs without activity, we can change it. We can set it to 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, etc. And ready to merge, also we can check it if we want also to receive emails about new pull requests that are ready to merge. And the automatic AI analysis, this basically will analyze new pull requests with AI on your chosen interval. Can be every 60 minutes or less or more. Keep in mind about the cost. Enable automatic analysis will use your AI API credits for each new pull request. So if you have many active pull requests, this could result in significant API usage and cost. Consider using manual analysis for better cost control. Next tab is email configuration. Here is where we can configure our email, and we can also test the email delivery. You can set host, port, security mode, and sender address. The test email button verifies that alerts can be delivered in production. Okay. Next tab is AI configuration. This is where you enable AI assisted reviews. You choose the provider, cloud, or OpenAI, paste the API key, and set the model ID. You can also customize the AI prompt to match your review standards. Keep in mind that this does not train a model, but it does control exactly how the AI reviews your code. This is the default instruction for the AI, but you can change it. Next tab is the license. The license tab shows trial status, remaining days, and license details. If the trial expires, user can still access settings to introduce a license key and continue. The next tab is token configuration. Basically, this tab lets you update path tokens for multiple projects at once, which is helpful when tokens expire or need rotations. Now, let's go to the dashboard. For example, for the project Pullora Prod. Here, this is like the project overview. You can see total pull request, active, ready to merge, completed, abandoned, and rejected. The dashboard also shows health indicators and the last sync time. This is where a team lead can see the status of work immediately without digging into each repository in Azure DevOps. Next tab is pull request. This is the operational view of all pull requests in the project. You can filter by status, search by title, repo, or author, and quickly focus on the pull requests that matter. Each pull request card shows status, activity, timing, approval, and direct link to Azure DevOps. For example, if I want to check all the pull requests of Edward, I can simply search it here, and I can see that Edu has one, two, three, four, five, several pull requests. So there is no need to go to each repository in Azure DevOps and check the pull request. You can simply type here the name of the user, and you will see all the pull requests that that user has created. So let me say also that Pullora supports, as I already mentioned, automatic AI analysis and manual AI analysis. Automatic analysis runs on a schedule for new pull requests. Manual analysis can be triggered directly from the pull request card, but only owners and admins can use the manual analysis button. I will explain this later when we check the user roles and permission in the settings sections. So if AI analysis is enabled, Pullora adds an AI summary and score. This highlights code quality risk, security issues, and improvement suggestions so reviewers can prioritize faster. For example, if we want to analyze this pull request, we can open it also on Azure DevOps. We can see that we have this multi-environment deploy. All right. So we did an analysis with the AI, and this is like the summary. And it says that this pipeline is a textbook example of security anti-patterns containing multiple hard-coded credentials, secrets, and sensitive infrastructure details that would expose a Fortune 500 organization to immediate compromise. We can see also the issues. We have 5 issues. Plain text password, super secret 123, hard-coded directly in the pipeline variable. Every principal client secret exposed in plain text. Full SQL connection string with SA credentials, etc. Okay, now let's see if we can do. Okay, so I have, yeah, Problem is, I wanted to do manually, but from settings, if I go to notification, I can see, yeah, the automatic AI analysis is enabled. All the so basically all the pull requests that I have been already analyzed. But we can do it again manually, just to see the manual button how it works. Let me see, for example, one which is not already analyzed. Um, this one, but I think I have nothing here in this file. Ah, okay, I have something. Okay, so let's do this one. Analyze with AI. It will take a while. Keep in mind that every run, it will only analyze 10 pull requests, not all of them. Okay, let's wait a bit. Meanwhile, let's check the other analyze that we have. For example, this one, this pull request as a demo application deployment for AKS with Docker containerization. Issues. Net reached end of life in May 2022 and no longer receives security patches. Container runs as a root user by default, violating container security, best practices, etc. We can check this pull request, and this is all the code. And yeah, so I think that that is a good analyze. Okay, so it finished. Let's see. Okay, this one. So we have this pull request as a basic CI/CD pipeline for deploying Net 5.0 application to AKS via Azure DevOps. While the structure is reasonable, there are critical security concerns, including hard-coded Azure Container Registry URLs, outdated base images with known vulnerabilities, and the Docker file running as root. The pipeline lacks security scanning, and the .NET is end of life, making this unsuitable for production deployment without significant remediation. This is pretty good. I don't know what you think, but I think this is pretty good because it's not easy to know that this .NET 5.0 is end of life, or if the container is running at the Docker file running as root. So this is how you can do the analyze with AI. The cost is between 7 to 10 cents every review. Okay, next step. Also, you can search filter by active, ready, completed, abandoned, rejected. Okay, and also in the last 6 months, in the last 9 months, 12, or all time. We can also export to Excel. We can see the pull request report. This is like the summary of all the pull requests, the active one, the completed, abandoned, and also the pull request information here from which repository, which branch, target branch, status, PR status, etc. If we go to the analytics section, this is mostly for leaders and managers who want KPIs and trends. PR analytics shows throughput, merge trends, and time to close. User story analytics summarize velocity, total story points, and completion rates. Task analytics focuses on execution and delivery at the task level. And the issue analytics basically gives you a clear view of operational or bug related work. You can see, for example, for the issue analytics tab, the total number of issues, the opened one, and the completed. Top issues assignees by user. Same we have for the task analytics, top task assignees, task by priority, user story, the points that we have per sprint, and also the completed points. For example, sprint one, we completed all the points. In the second one also, but in the third one, we didn't. We had a total of 27 points and we only completed 21. And also story points by team member. uh, with the completion percentage for each one of them, number of story points, and average size of the user story per point. Also, you can export all these tasks, all these information KPIs to Excel. Okay. And the last one is the role page. This is pretty cool because the roles page shows project members, security groups, and environment approvals. This is extremely useful because, as you know, in Azure DevOps, it is difficult to understand who has access to what and through which group. But Pullora resolves that by calculating effective permission even when access comes indirectly through nested groups. You can click a user and see exactly which roles they inherit. You can also inspect groups to see their members and do the same for environment groups. Basically, this gives a clear, auditable view of access and approvals across the project. For example, if I go to project administrators, I can see that the members in this group are Batek Software and Edward. If I go to environments, I can see that we have several environments. For example, CI/CD apply. We can see who is able to approve this environment, which are three users: Edu, Badex, and Denisa. These are the three users that can approve this environment. We can also check, for example, my user Edward. I can see that I'm part of the Pullora squad team. I'm part of this security group memberships, and I'm also part of this environment approval permissions. If we check user1 and prodemo.com, we can see the same. Also, we can export to Excel. This will take a bit of time because it has to do some calculation of the nested groups and so on. But here we have it. We can check the Excel and we can see all the information about the users, all the security groups, can approve which environment, and this is pretty useful. For example, Edu is part of Pullora squad team, is team admin, yes, is part of all these project security groups. And it can approve these environments. As you can see, direct user, direct user, direct user. If it was nested, you would have seen nested user. Okay, so this is like pretty cool because if you know, it's pretty hard to know what role has every user in Azure DevOps. It's not like Azure Portal, which you can see clearly. In Azure DevOps, you have security groups, teams, environments, nested groups, and so on. But with Pullora, we can actually, it will give you a clear and auditable view of access and approvals for each user across all the projects. So basically, to summarize, Pullora is designed to give technical leads and project managers a complete and reliable view of Azure DevOps activity. It reduces manual work, accelerates pull request reviews, improves visibility, and adds intelligence with optional AI analysis. If you want a deeper walkthrough or tailored deployment, I can help you with setup, best practices, and onboarding.